All right, looks like we are live. In this video, we are going to do some live sourcing. A lot of eBay to Amazon. We're going to be using some FlipMine. I haven't talked a ton about FlipMine, so we're going to go ahead and use some of that. I'll probably be sending a bunch of aggressive offers as well. I love to do that because you'd be surprised what people actually accept. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And we're going to set up some filters. There's like a million different ways that we can set up filters to do this well. But I'm going to go ahead and do 20 profit. I really like my high average selling price. So we're going to do that. Me personally, I do new most of the time. You can also do used. So go ahead and do whatever you want to do with that. We're going to, I'm going to leave it category open. And I'm going to say, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. Oftentimes people will be like, yeah, set your ROI super high. But for me, I'm going to do it like pretty low. And this is assuming that we're going to be sending offers on stuff that looks like it's going to sell quickly. So if we see a very fast moving listing, we're going to send an aggressive offer to make that ROI for ourselves. So we're just going to go ahead and try that. No 100% right way to do this. You kind of need to just adjust with it the way that you would like to. Sales rank, we're going to just keep it pretty high. I'm not really doing DVDs and books. That's not what I'm targeting. Probably going to target more like tools, office supplies, electronics, health and household, that type of thing. I don't like to have too tight of a filter on this because there's a lot of opportunities where items are discontinued and the sales rank is high just because nobody has supply of that product. So I actually really love those listings. And then let's see what else here. I think that'll be good for now. So let's go ahead and see what we have to find down here. But first, I'm going to go ahead and look at chat, make sure that I'm not neglecting anyone. Great. So basically what I'm going to do, actually, another thing that we can do here is we can do category is not books or movie and TV, kind of either one. I would like to filter out books if I can. It doesn't work 100% perfectly, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And of course, a book is still filtered in there, but this one is actually a very fast moving book. I don't usually do new books, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip. We're just going to keep looking at these pictures and move on until we find something that is more like what we're trying to do here. So we could go for the big game and go straight for the laptops. So let's see what we got here. So definitely on FlipMine, something you're going to want to be looking out for is you want to make sure that it's not like an inflated buy box, because if it's 1900 right now, but it's not regularly 1900, it's usually like 1600. Then this buy cost isn't really going to make as much sense. Right now it's this high. We'd have to take a look at the past. And then the other thing to look out for is if it's super low, low demand of an item, we're not going to put this much money down on this slow of an item. Basic rundown for people who don't know Keepa. If you're experienced, you know this. The second you see this, this green line shows the demand in general. When the line is closer to zero, the faster moving it is. 158K in computers is atrocious. So like that's a quick pass. Like we're not even going to look at that. I'm just explaining for the sake of someone who wants to know. We're going to go ahead and open this up. So if we see that the item's brand, Juice Beauty, is right here in the buy box, they're selling this. That's something we'd want to avoid for IP issues. So quickly just move on. This isn't new. Like that's not in the package. I can't sell HP ink and it's expired as heck. We'll go ahead and open this up. I have a feeling the brand's on the listing, but they're not. But this is it's a listing for a 2-pack. So we would pass. Is this even the same brand? I mean, that's a great sales rank. That's an amazing sales rank, but it looks like it's not the same item. So we'll have to see. Yeah, this looks super bootleg. This is not even the same thing at all. And they're super cheap. Yeah, that's not the same. No. We could go for some Kool-Aid. I don't really do groceries, eBay to Amazon too much. But this is interesting here. So Ness, I think this is kind of high rank in toys. I don't do a ton of toys, to be completely honest. Oh, now it's 33,000. Southern Amp is saying 6 a month. So not that great. Ooh. Yeah, so this is going to be about 33 bucks. Curious, Best Buy might have these just straight like normal. So if we sell it 62, we get this for about 33 points. Call it 34. So like that's like pretty good. Nothing crazy. I mean, this listing doesn't seem like it flies. Let's see if Offers tab gives us anything. This is just like an okay type of listing. Like you'll probably sell the unit in a month. It's just like not spectacular. It does go up to like oftentimes up closer to 70, which is pretty neat. Maybe Best Buy has this. Could be a nice little, ooh, really? Wait, Ness. Are they really selling these for $13? Sold out. So this is something that you could put in a sheet of a bunch of different links where basically check them every once in a while to see. Because if we get these for $13, like that's great. That's really nice. Like I'm willing to wait over a month for 306% ROI. So this is something that you'd probably want to put in your replenishable sheet to be on the lookout for. We got a couple people in the chat here. We have Laughmore. Hello there, sir. Good to see you, Laughmore. Laughmore saying, what do you think about getting items manufactured from the same place where other apparel is made? Is it a good option? I'm going to continue to read the comment so that I can have the whole context. And hello, RW. Good to see you. He says, I mean, I'm in Istanbul, and there's multiple items in the apparel category where I can get it from the manufacturer or get it manufactured here and then get it on the Amazon listing. Is it possible? So for me personally, I do arbitrage and I don't really mess with trying to get items manufactured. I also don't do wholesale. So that's not exactly what I'm doing usually. I mean, potentially sometimes what I would do, and I've done before, is like I purchase from a quote unquote distributor like Best Buy and then sell the products. You can work with more wholesale type distributors as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't really try to get items manufactured, but good question. I'm sure it's possible, but that's not really what my business model is. So let's keep looking here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Haven't had lunch yet. I usually like to wait on lunch for quite a while, but it's 3 o'clock here, so I should be eating. We have, okay, so this, We could just wait for the auction to end and hope that we get it for like $22. So this is one I would watch. I probably won't purchase. The prices come down. It looks like it got mostly sold out at this point and really hasn't come in stock too much. This is like a game lot. They look new too, or some of them are new, some of them aren't new. This looks like it could be a really good type of thing to potentially break down and sell. I send most of my stuff to a prep center, and I don't do many video games. So this isn't really where my strengths lie. But wow, that's expensive. Makes you want to take a look again. So they had that game. Greatest. Oh, it's not sealed though. So that one's sealed. Yeah. Oh, I think that's a different game. Yeah, I don't really do too many video games. It's interesting to look, but I'm gonna pass. I think I'm gated in Kate Spade. Yeah, I think I am. So this one's interesting. I think I might have looked at this one. So this is like a super discontinued item. So breaking down the Keepa here, I mean, we see that it was in stock for years. And then just suddenly the price goes up. And in the span of 4 months, the cheapest new price is $390. And looking down here at this section, you can see that the sellers just like disappeared. Everyone sold out. And over time, it's gotten rarer and rarer that people have this in stock. And even looking back in the last couple of years, it almost looks like an IP type issue Keepograph, but like we see that people are just like completely out of stock, and that's not the same as a IP issue in my experience. So it looks here like $860 is kind of where it went for most recently. People were selling at $750, upwards of $800. The sales rank looks to be pretty good for this type of item, especially where there's not that much stock of it. It seems like people get this and often sell out relatively quickly. Yeah, so I mean, worst case scenario, $745. You would definitely sell for more. So to get 40% ROI here and $189 profit, we would need to purchase at $472. So this is a little too high for that, but this is an auction as well. And we see that it has no bids on it. So there is a pretty good chance that we don't even make it up to this 450. If we had to do 450 plus 72, that would be about we'll just call it 525. Is that doable? It's not great. Because something that we do have to consider with this type of item is with an item like this, there is a risk that, like they're posting pictures of the box. It probably is new, but there is a risk that it doesn't actually have everything. It's not actually completely new. It's actually used. And in that case, the price will be much, much lower. So we kind of do need to bake that risk into our purchasing decision here. Also, this is a bigger type item. It's more likely to get broken. It's good that we have the box. So, I mean, I wouldn't be doing 30% margins on this. I would be shooting for a lot higher margins. But I mean, if we were to sell this at 860, that's still 46% ROI, really good profit. But again, there's risk to this. So I would be wanting to get this close to the bottom here. So that's another thing that I would put on my watch later in order to be looking at in the future. We got KV Flips. Free leads? Yes, sir. We have RW in the chat. How is your return rate, Seth? I have 2 big returns, $800 loss. Customer can't use the coffee machine, and 1 Amazon damaged it. My return rate was in January, it was pretty high. It was up at 18%, which is not ideal. It's down at more like 11% for February. Yeah, like with my eBay to Amazon, I'm pretty consistently writing off some losses, unfortunately. It's just part of the game, kind of like what I was talking about with this brother typewriter thing. Just some of these items are higher risk of things going wrong. And so like, I kind of feel like the margin needs to justify those risks, if that makes sense. King Kevin. We got Andres. Hey, Seth, good to see you, man. Welcome. Has IP alert ever gone wrong with you? What do you mean gone wrong? I'm curious what you mean, if you want to expand on that, but I'll just give a couple thoughts on it. I actually have never gotten an IP claim from a listing where IP alert said that there were IP issues. Part of that is I probably stay away from some IP alert type things. But yeah, so I mean, basically, I guess what I'm saying is I've gotten IP claims on items that IP alert didn't know about. Yeah. So yeah, it's not 100% safeguard at all. It's helpful though. Much better is just looking to see if the brand is on the listing. That'll save you a lot. We got Robert in the chat. Good to see you. Hey, brother. Good to see you. Robert is saying, wait, how do you write off returns? Check. So basically what I'm saying is, like, let's say like this happens sometimes, unfortunately. Like I sell anywhere between 45 and 55,000 in a month. And so a percentage of my returns are also going to be like broken, unfortunately. So like, let's say I paid $40 for a calculator and like the plan was to sell it for 95. And I sold like 12 of them, but then like one of them comes back and like it doesn't power on, like a customer broke it. What I could do is I could sell it for parts on eBay, maybe get like 15, 20 bucks for it. And then that $20 that I lost, I write it off in my taxes. I say broken inventory, it cost me $20 because I lost $20 on that return. RW, I'm curious your perspective on that as well. But that's basically how I've been dealing with it. It's not ideal at all, and you really want to avoid that because it's still a $20 loss, but at least you can not get taxed on some of that money. It's not the biggest deal, honestly, but Andreas says, that's exactly what I mean. Thanks, bro. Yeah, like you really need to be putting more care into looking if the brand's on the listing, and more care about like if there's just one person on the listing and they're always on the listing and people getting kicked off and getting IP claims. That's a ton more important. Robert White says, do you use QuickBooks for that or just write it down? I just write it all in Excel in an Excel sheet. That's a hard phrase to say. In an Excel sheet. In an Excel sheet. There we go. Got it. I don't use QuickBooks. If I wanted to level up my accounting game, I would, but Excel has worked fine for me for now. Tim 54 says, can you get VAT receipts from eBay? I don't even know what VAT receipts are. VAT receipts. Value added tax. Oh, no, probably not. I don't think so. I do write off sales tax. I get my sales tax exempt for eBay for the state that I'm sending to, and that way I don't have to pay sales tax, which is a big deal. But let's go ahead and keep sourcing. See if we can make some purchases, or at least send some aggressive offers. Maybe I'll stop explaining things as in depth here. I don't really do board games. I feel like I'm gated in these, but let's try it. If I'm gated, I'm going to have to stop the screen share so I can, because it'll open my Amazon account. So I'm going to stop sharing, see if I am ungated. And I am still gated in Samsung. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. But first, Andre says, have found pretty good beauty deals on eBay. How risky do you consider this category? I consider perfume pretty risky. I'd put it like in a similar risk category to toner, I guess. Because people do fake perfume every once in a while and toner, because it's just like an expensive liquid that you can change the outside of, like the box, for example. So I'd consider it risky, but you could probably do it. Just like make sure that you're only taking on as much risk as your account can handle. Like, be very careful with it. We got I can't say it. Aerodia Blaze. I'm definitely saying it wrong. He has the best YouTube comments. But do you ever sell when the brand is on the listing? I've seen multiple sellers like 30 plus with the brand and also no seller drops. I have before, but I definitely come into it knowing that it's riskier. Like, I'll try and ask a friend if they have sold the brand, and like maybe if they've sold the brand for several months, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, so in those situations, seeing that there's 30 people on the listing is a good sign. If a friend is sold on that brand or specifically that model, that's a really good sign. I do consider it riskier though. So like if my account health isn't good at the moment, I just stay away from those. It's kind of up to you. We got RW saying, you're correct on that, Seth, on the write-off. I want the unit back so I can test it, as I know it worked, but it's part of the business. Yeah, I mean, I think eventually you will get the unit back. What I've found for me, unfortunately, is like a lot of my returns, they'll show up as unfulfillable, and it'll take like a month or two for it to show up unfulfillable in a way that I can have it sent back to me, if that makes sense. Like, it'll show that there's a unit unfulfillable, but like it's like the customer hasn't shipped it back yet and it hasn't registered as received yet. So it's just garbage cash flow, unfortunately. Robert White says, should I buy a Lenovo laptop if I'm ungated in Lenovo and you get no IP alert from IP alert or seller amp, but you see 99% wholesalers on the history of the listing, but no brand? In general, it's nice to test with something a little bit less expensive than a laptop. But I mean, you could try it. I know for me, I've sold Lenovo definitely. But it's like, just because I've sold Lenovo docking stations doesn't mean that they don't IP on their laptops. So like, if you get the vibe that it's discontinued or like low supply, that's a good sign. If it's like the most current thing, that's slightly riskier. You need to just like take the risks that you're willing to take, and then not take the risks that you don't want to take. Andre says, new versus used DVDs, which do you prefer and why? I personally have hardly ever sold used DVDs. I think, I don't know why I've never sold used DVDs. I kind of get the vibe that they're going to be like broken or more returns, and I've just never dealt with that. And then when I was doing used books, I wasn't gated in DVDs, or I was gated in DVDs. So I never really did those. I'm sure there's money there, but it's kind of nice to deal with new items. So I've just done new. I don't even do new DVDs very much, but there is money there for sure. I'm going to turn my light on real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and see if we can find some other stuff. Good questions, guys. Squishmallow. I think I'm gated in that. So we're just going to skip through. Ooh, I would love to sell some shavers. I'm pretty sure I'm gated in this. It's kind of like low-key Phillips is on my hit list for like, I want to get gated in it at some point, but I'm gated in it for now. So we're going to pass. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, it's a scanner. Since I've never heard of the brand, I get the vibe that it's probably brand on the listing. So we'll see if I'm right. I'm not seeing them. I am gated. What's the brand here? Because if the brand is here, we're just going to pass on it immediately, probably. All right. I am gated. So let's see if I can get auto ungated. Let's see if it works. It looks like I got auto ungated. So let's see if this is a profitable thing that I would want to purchase here. Demand is okay. 120K in office products, says 20 sales a month. It's good to see that there's not that many sellers on this. It's pretty steady. People sell this all day at $100. Call it 99. I need 60. And it's ended. Ooh, this was cheap though. It's a freaking stock picture. I mean, it's still sold. So I don't love buying from stock pictures, especially when their feedback is like mediocre. Because oftentimes people just post a stock picture, they say it's new, and then it's like open box, which is pretty dumb. But let's just go ahead and see if there's any more of these. Ooh, do we find something here? Is this open box? Or is it actually new? Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's definitely not new. Yeah, that's a bummer. This was looking juicy. Can we sell it used like new? I mean, someone's trying at 110. We could sell it for 69. So 69. 31. That's profitable. We go ahead and pop on that. It just looks junky. So like if it was a clean looking, like I'm trying to keep my return rate as low as possible. Like, so it really needs to be amazing if it looks junky like this. So I'm going to send him a $10 offer. So if I can get it for $22 and make $35, I'll override my desire to have a low return rate, basically. So we'll see what he says, but I think there's probably other stuff here. Oh yeah, so the price kind of goes up. We have this, which is at around $42. We would love to purchase that because I remember we need a $60 refurbished open box. Ooh, yeah, so here's, I mean, this one doesn't look junky. This one is about $25, $27. Yeah, so I mean, that's a strong consideration here. People have sold used like new before, which is a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and reply to any comments that are here. RW is saying FlipMine has been great for me so far. It's been pretty good. I enjoy it. It's good if you have a replenishable sheet as well, but FlipMine has been pretty good for me as well. Let me go ahead and share screen. Yeah, so looking at this, we were saying 69, so 113, $30 profit. Yeah, I'm down to purchase this. This is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and purchase this so that everyone can't see my prep center address. And then we'll continue buying some other stuff. Actually, we'll probably continue looking for this new because that's what I would prefer to source. All right, so we're back. Do we have any new ones? Why is there a CD in there? That's throwing me off, the CD being in there. Like, I want to get this, but the hell is with the CD? Especially when like these aren't showing CDs. And then there's like different model numbers too, which is offsetting. Pink. WM. When people say new and it's open box, I swear to God, I can't do it. All right, so this one looks like the right one. UPC lineup, 911. 911 here. Yeah, it's interesting. There's two different UPCs. So we got 49 plus 15. At 64. So that's a little too much. So we'll send him an offer. Send him a 34. And get a coupon with this one. Yeah, so I mean, we could keep going down the rabbit hole with this one, but let's find another product here. some Legos. So I don't know if I'd feel comfortable sending a Lego like this to a prep center. Like a high dollar in the box Lego sets. I don't have a ton of experience with Lego. I've never really, and it's like beat up too. I'm just gonna pass. Really fast moving video game. Let's see what we got here. I feel like I'm gated in PlayStation, but apparently not this one. So Modern Warfare 2 for the PS5. All right, so people are selling at around 85, 75 to 85. Amazon could come back in stock, and we're stuck at 75. We'll call it 77. Gone. Purchased. They wanted those. All right, so that was going to be about 48. Probably would have sold at 85. So that would have been a fast-moving one. So that's one, if you wanted to, you could add it to your replenishable sheet. I don't really target video games, but there's a ton of money there. KitchenAid, I think they IP. So I'm going to pass. Not really looking to do Funko Pops. I think Medela IPs. It comes up on IP alert for sure. And I'm gated. But there's been major stock issues with this. Triple net pricing. So this is what I'm going to see if, well, first of all, is it still here? It's sealed. That's neat. I like it when it's actually sealed. It's a disgusting looking box though. Disgusting. But no, it would qualify as new. So 55 plus 8, call it 63. That's disgusting. That's great. And with this keep-a pattern here, I feel pretty confident that nothing is going to happen. The worst that's going to happen is Amazon comes back in stock, I think. Let's see if the brand has been on the listing in the past here. What's the brand? Medela. Who's been selling a ton of these? Amazon. Amazon's selling a ton. And then this Gear and Goods guy. I feel pretty safe with this, so I'm going to see if I'm ungated in this. If I can get auto ungated. I would need to submit some invoices. So this is one that's almost so good that if I purchase this, the profit of it would pay for my ungate. So I would actually consider purchasing this. But it's just going to be involved with me having to get ungated in Mandela and all that. So it feels a little bit too rabbit traily for me. Oh, I haven't continued sharing my screen. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So I see in chat here. Oh, bye RW. See ya. Entrepreneurial. This is literally what we were talking about before. About IP alert. Like, do you ever list on the brand where on the listing where the brand's on the listing, or a riskier one? Like asking a friend is one of the best ways. So apparently Medela will cease and desist you. Bunch of fun. It looked juicy though. I really wanted to hop on that. Good to see you, Josiah. Arman Ali, let's go. Good to see you, man. Blaine, welcome. Good to see you. I haven't responded to your text yet. Probably will after this. Well, thank you, Josiah. I don't really like cease and desist letters. It's not my favorite. I appreciate it. What have you guys been up to today? It's Friday. And you guys aren't East Coast people, so the day is not over yet. Gonna buy an $80 basket? But why? I'm gated in Sonos, I think. Let's see here. Oh, that's pretty high for computers. Oh, it's electronics though. If someone's ungated in Sonos, this is nice. $30 into, or I think it's nice. Maybe not. It has major stock issues, which is cool. So $69. This is the value of being ungated in a ton of stuff. It's like you almost need to just like put the investment out there to get ungated in all the brands that you'd like to sell. I just haven't found enough of this brand to like be super excited about it. But like if you're ungated in Sonos, I mean, this is 91% ROI. Sloan. Sell some sunscreen from eBay. Why are people paying $60 for sunscreen? Graphics card. I think I'm gated in this one as well. Yeah, I've seen this brand before. 3 available. I love quantity listings. So 161. Oh, that's not good at all though. Oh yeah, I mean that's what I set my filters for. Yeah, so I'm gated, so we're gonna move on. I don't really do these hard disk drives. That's really, really expensive. Really nice profit. HBE. The item's no longer available. Just got sniped. How do you guys feel about these subcategories? For me personally, they're not my favorite because you can sometimes just get straight screwed on them. But then also times there's listings like this where it's just like cranking. Like a ton of people are selling. Like people are definitely getting sales. There's people who continue to be on the listing. The price has gone down over time, but like there continues to be 20, 30 people on the listing at all time. And like not small sellers. Like this guy is a monster. Maybe not quite a monster, but he's a big seller. 787 listings, like, or ratings. Like this guy is not a moron. Like he doesn't sell stuff that doesn't sell. So that extra complexity of a weird subcategory is not always a bad thing. Major nugget for anyone who is still watching this 40 minutes in. Just getting the day started. Yes, sir. Big money in those drives. Yeah. I haven't really I've done very little in those drives. I'm sure there's great money there. So it's just like there's great money in drives, coffee makers, breast pumps, so many different things that you can go into. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, that's not even profitable though. So, I mean, this one you have to get for 67 to be 40% ROI. When the specs are like the entire thing, it just intimidates me a little bit, but it's okay. Try this. HP drive. Doesn't seem like there's a ton of history of this. You'd have to have some other connection to get these cheaper. Some high dollar beauty stuff. So that's super low ranked, super low profit. If it's still available, we can send an offer and get our ROI on this. So we want to confirm it's the same thing. The Arrow 6 Plus restricted. Amazon's real estate. Amazon. Nobody else. Nobody else. Sorry, I'm sometimes just Amazon cracks me up. Yeah, so this is their product, their real estate. You can't list this. Next. We got this bad boy. A big old pump. $70. The same UPC. Um, 881. I think I've looked at this before. Yeah, so this might be good. It's definitely higher than it is usually. Usually it's more like 115. Probably more like 130. So if we have to sell at 130, that's still 37% ROI. We like this seller. They're all right. They have a lot of feedback though, which is neat. Random shit here. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. Might go ahead and purchase this. I guess let's check if the brand's on this listing. It's a pretty high rank, not a ton of sales per month. Certain times where people completely out of stock. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know. Nothing to write home about. We got T Smoke in the house. Greetings. I've just tuned in. Will this video be saved? Yes. So this video is going to be posted to my YouTube channel immediately right after we're done. We've been sourcing quite a bit. So yeah, it'll be on the channel as well. What you're going to need to do is go to my channel and then click the tab that says live. And then there, all of my lives are stored for rewatching if you want to. Let's go ahead and keep going. Soundbar, Logitech, a camera system. Ooh, this is high dollar, very high dollar. Ooh, we're gonna purchase very high dollar. Ooh, we have a counter offer on this guy. $15. All right, so remember this VU point thing. He wants to give us a deal. He wants me to break my standard of delivering a perfect product to my customer, because this box is garbage. But I mean, it's sealed. I guess we could list it as very good if we needed to. Which, I mean, plenty of people are selling this very good. I mean, I guess we could just sell it very good for 62. That's probably the move. So 15 plus 11. So basically 27. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. We could continue to be a savage with them and say 10, but yeah, I like that. Solid. I need to confirm. I think we purchased one of these already, saying we were going to do like new. I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, we purchased one of these already. Two of these actually. Oh, they let me show you guys this. This one, I'm going to share my screen again. Share screen. This one that we sent an offer on, the 49 plus 15. They accepted my offer of 34. So 34 plus 16. It's like math time with Seth right now. $50. Sell that for 99 bucks. $50. $35. And we purchased the like new one, and we're about to purchase the very good. So yeah, we are going to be on this listing for a while, probably. Whoops. Yes. Where was it? Let me go ahead and get back to that viewpoint one. So we ended up accepting that offer for the very good one. So we're gonna have plenty on that listing. So we purchased the new one, like new, very good. Sent some offers. I'll definitely have to leave a note to my virtual assistant who's entering those items in the prep center, so that she knows what is going on, you know. So I'm going to do that as well. Yeah, you're welcome, T-Smoke. Yeah, for anyone who is just getting here just now, the replay will be on my YouTube channel in the live section. You'll be able to see all those. There's other ones where we've done live sourcing like this, so definitely check those out. We got old Bob. There are no excuses to stop the Amazon grind. Free content everywhere. Sitting and watching a superior seller source is absolute golden content. Dude, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, and just, it's fun to just source with other people and get other people's perspectives. Like literally just 20 minutes ago, we had a superior seller to me, Josiah, come in and say, Mandela will cease and desist you. So learning from other people is the best. Love it. Love Josiah. Love hanging out with all of you guys. We have Blaine in here, or had him in here for a while. We had RW in here for a while. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for showing up. I am going to eat some food. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care.